Hey everyone, Dr. Cool Cat Team here. Ever wonder who's really calling the shots in the US government? Well, it's not as simple as you might think. It's actually a genius power game, and we're going to break it all down for you. So let's travel back in time for a second. The guys who founded the US, they had this huge problem, right? They needed a government that was strong enough to actually get stuff done, but they were also terrified of creating a new king. So how do you solve that? Well, it all boiled down to one single super important question.
So let me just ask you straight up. Can the president do whatever they want? The answer is a big, fat nope. And the craziest part, the founders built the entire system to make sure that answer always stays no. It's a system designed to say no.
Okay, so how in the world did they pull this off? Well, the best way to get it is to think of the government like a game, a really high-stakes game with three main players. Each one has their own special moves, and they've all got to play by the rules. So, here are our players. This whole concept is called the separation of powers. Player one, the legislative branch. That's Congress. Their job? They make the laws. Player two, the executive branch, with the president in charge. Their job? They carry out those laws. And player three, the judicial branch, the courts. They get to interpret the laws. See? 3 players, 3 different jobs. But wait, just giving them different jobs wasn't the masterstroke. The real genius is in the rulebook that controls how these players can interact with each other. This is what stops any one player from taking over the whole board. This is where things get really clever. And here it is, the golden rule. The name of the game, checks and balances. It means exactly what it sounds like. Each branch has the power to literally block the other branches from getting too powerful. It's like a built-in permanent tug of war. They did this on purpose so that no one person or group could ever become the boss of everyone else. All right, let's see a round in action. Imagine Congress makes a big move. They pass a brand new law. But, plot twist, the president can look at that law and just slam down a big ol' veto. Boom. Power move, blocked. That's a check right there. But the game doesn't stop there. Let's say the president actually likes the law and signs it. Now player 3, the judicial branch gets to make a move. The courts can look at that new law and say, you know what? This actually breaks the rules of the Constitution. And just like that, they can strike it down. A law that both Congress and the president agreed on, poof, gone. Now that is a serious check on power. And this tug of war, it goes in every direction. Think about this. The president gets to nominate Supreme Court judges, which is a huge deal. But they can't just pick their best friend. The Senate has to approve that choice. So what's the bottom line? For any of the biggest moves in this game, you almost always need another player to agree with you. Okay, quick huddle. For all my people out there studying for the GED Social Studies test, you're gonna want to lean in close for this. This next part is a special power-up just for you. This is how you're gonna win on test day. All right, here's a pro tip straight from Dr. Coolcat. Listen up. The GED loves to ask questions about which branch can block another one. If you can really understand this power struggle we're talking about, I'm telling you, you are locking in some seriously easy points. It's a gimme. Okay, let's get specific. Here are 2 classics you absolutely have to memorize. Screenshot this if you need to. If the test asks who can declare a law unconstitutional, the answer is the courts. If it asks who approves treaties, that's the Senate. Seriously, burn these into your brain. And just so you know, this isn't all some dusty old theory. Check this out. Remember that presidential veto power move? Well, Congress has a counter move. If enough of them vote together, they can actually override the veto. And get this, it has happened over 100 times in U.S. history. So yeah, this power game is very, very real. Okay, you've met the players. You know the rules. It is time for the final showdown. Let's test what you've learned with a little pop quiz. You ready? All right, here we go. We did mention this one earlier, so let's see if you were paying attention. Who has the power to approve the president's nominations for the Supreme Court? Go on, drop your guess in the comments right now. Don't be shy. I'll give you a second. And the answer is the Senate. Fantastic job if you got that right. It all comes down to this. In the U.S. government, no one is the ultimate boss of everyone. Power is shared,
it's contested, and it's constantly being checked. And that is the genius of the whole game. Smash that like button if you just learned something new. Thanks for watching.